Okay, uh, good day to all. Okay, so today we're gonna have a lesson about the force and Newton law. So I will go to the first is a force. So what it exactly means by force? Okay, force is an acting of a push or pull an object. So when we push or pull, okay, so we have produce a force. Okay, so when we push, actually we have produce a force. When we pull is also we produce a force. So that is in science term. Okay, now we go to the physics term. Okay, so what is the force in a physics term? Force is equal ma. So we have a force F, a mass is m, and a is a acceleration. Okay, so now we can see a F force, m is mass, a is acceleration. So force is a product, okay, product of mass and acceleration. F is equal m multiplied by the acceleration. So next we go to the first law of Newton. Okay, so what is exactly means by the inertia? Inertia is a tendency of an object to remain at rest will forever stay in rest. Okay, so if a moving will stay or will always moving without any external force acting on their system. So we have one situation here. Okay, so the bus driver will bring together a passenger here. Okay, so now we have a passenger here also moving, but suddenly when the driver bus stop, so what happened to the passenger here? So the passenger here will go towards of them. Okay, so we'll go towards because the passenger, for the first situation, the passenger also moving. So when the bus is stopped, so the passenger will keep moving. So that's why the passenger will go towards. Okay, so now we have a momentum. So what is the momentum exactly means? So momentum is a moment. Okay, so moment of the linear. Okay, in our syllabus we learn about the linear momentum. That is the formula P equal mv. So what is m? M is a mass and v is a velocity. So linear momentum is defined as a product of mass and velocity. So example, moving object is always has a momentum. Why? Because every object in this world, such as a small or bigger object, also have mass. Okay, so when the object is moving at a certain velocity, is actually produce a momentum. So next, there is a third of Newton's law. There is a reaction force. So what is exactly means by the reaction force? Okay, so force is actually is act in the couple. Okay, so every acting an object or we push or we pull will produce an reaction force in the same magnitude, but will always different direction of force. So example here we have a system, a rocket system. Okay, so the rocket engine thrust, what happened here, the engine of thrust, okay, so the exhaust flow push backward and the engine wheel goes forward. So what the same magnitude here is the magnitude of force here and magnitude force here. Okay, so for every action there is an equal but opposite reaction. So here I will conclude that the law of Newton will divide into three law. There is the first law, which is always called as inertia. The second law is a momentum, and the third law is reaction force. So for the number one here, okay, so there is an inertia phenomena. Okay, so what happened here is when we toss a cardboard here, cardboard will push forward. What happened to the coin here is coin will goes downwards. Okay, so because the coin is always keep it remain at rest, so only the cardboard will push forward. So the second application here is a momentum system. In a momentum, we have a collision. Okay, so we have an inelastic collision and elastic collision. So we will learn about the collision for the next chapter, but here I will show you the phenomena or application of the momentum. So there is a collision between the ball here and the static ball here. Okay, so the third law, there is reaction force. The third Newton law say that the rocket will go upwards, but the thrust here will go backward. Okay, but the different in a different direction of motion, but the same magnitude of force. Okay, so thank you for our lesson today. So we learn about the force and Newton's law. Thank you.